Hello viewers, you are welcome to this episode of Governance and Politics with Abel-Julius. On the subject matter, before you blame GYB, we shall be relating rule of law and responsiveness as rudiments of governance to Governor Yahaya Bello's administration and your role as a citizen. As we go further, I would like to establish that the rule of law is the core rudiment that serves as the foundation and basics of other rudiments. It is the foundation on which other rudiments are built. On rule of law, all programs, strategies, projects, and activities carried out by any government is dependent on what is in its constitution or law. In Kogi State, before the arrival of Governor Yahaya Bello, there were no enabling laws for governments to carry out major socio-economic functions. On its emergence, in regards to the rule of law, almost 50 bills has been passed into law, 40 of which are executive bills. You will recall that in the beginning of Governor Yahaya Bello's new direction administration, there was a court ruling asking him not to dissolve the administration of the local government chairman he met on board. His Excellency upheld the rule of law by not dissolving them, allowed their tenure to be completed. On responsiveness, Governor Yahaya Bello was responsive in tackling the security challenges and the corrupt civil service in the state. On security challenges, before you blame Yahaya Bello, it is important to note that the Kogi State he met is one prone to all kinds of insecurities and criminalities: armed robbery, kidnapping, thuggery, hooliganism, terrorism, cultism, and so on. In fact, the popular Boko Haram terrorist group had a hideout in Kogi State. On corrupt civil service, before you blame Yahaya Bello, you should also note that he met almost the most corrupt civil service in the country, a civil service where one man will be taking between 3 to 5 percent salaries in guise of different names. A civil service where ministries, permanent secretaries will be taking salaries of deceased civil servants. A civil service where names of unborn and underage children were fixed into the system to work out salaries. A civil service where fake and forged certificates are used to be fraudulently employed into the system, also to be promoted in the system. A civil service where nepotism and not qualifications and standard is the yardstick of employment. The corruption that was in the system were endless. Before you blame Yahaya Bello, ask yourself, can there be any form of development in a state where insecurity and civil service corruption abound as this? Your answer is as good as mine. In tackling corruption, Governor Yahaya Bello had to spend a lot of our meager resources. He constructed Army Forward Base, distributed over 200 operational vehicles, started continuous clearing of bushes along highways, inaugurated and empowered over 5,000 men and women vigilante groups and forest guards across the country, introduced the Vigoscope GPS security quick response application technology, amongst others. Before you blame Yahaya Bello, ask yourself what previous state government administration are doing that our state became so volatile security-wise. On civil service reforms, he also spent more from our insufficient resources. He painstakingly ordered for overhauling of the civil service by embarking on all-encompassing civil service screening at both local government and state government levels. Before you blame Yahaya Bello, also ask yourself, what were previous state government administration looking at that our civil service system was this corrupt? If Governor Yahaya Bello wants to behave like our traditional politicians and former governors, he will heed to their advice and footsteps that even if he wants to embark on thorough civil service screening and fight insecurity, he should make it his second term by pretending all is well during his first term. How long can we continue on a faulty foundation pretending all is well? As a citizen and one who is part of the government, how well are you upholding the rule of law, and how is your responsiveness to make sure government succeed? Thanks for viewing. In our next episode, we shall relate other rudiments of governance with GYB administration. Stay tuned and God bless.